Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Robbyn Taylor. My guest today is Robbyn Taylor, a lecturer in the Hall School of Journalism and Communication. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
And we're here to talk about Journalism Day, affectionately known as J Day around here, an opportunity for high school students to kind of get a first taste of journalism here through the Hall School of Journalism. If you would just give a little bit of details on what this day is all about.
So journalism is something that we're obviously passionate about, and it's a way for us to bring high school students in, get them interested in a little bit of what we're doing, help them craft better their yearbooks and their online sites and their newspapers, give them some real hands-on experience here at Troy that they can take back to their schools, and then hopefully also entice them to come back to Troy year after year for new workshops and then maybe even college.
And one of those things is you talk about the high schools and stuff that they can take back to their schools. And that's one of the things that a lot of programs out there, they've got yearbooks, they've got newspapers, but sometimes they're not, the teachers are not trained in journalism. So maybe it's the science teacher has become their advisor. So do you see a lot when the students come here that they get this taste of journalism instruction that kind of helps guide them maybe in a better direction of their programs?
All of the instructors for J-Day are alumni of Troy University who are out working in their field. So we've got actual real television reporters who are coming back, yearbook specialists, newspaper reporters coming to talk about reporting and interviewing skills, things like that. You see the high school students come back with improved materials every year. A lot of the yearbook first questions we get are how do we come up with themes, how do we build a better cohesive product, and so to see those yearbooks come back the next year and the next year and be consistently better, we know this is working, and we know that students are kind of getting that taste, like you mentioned, of what real journalism might be and how they can incorporate that into high school level.
And you mentioned there the alumni, that everyone that's leading one of these workshops are alumni of the Troy University. And so, especially some of those are working in the professional world out there. And I know that probably adds another level of excitement, but also kind of goes to show what the school has to offer kind of on the recruiting side of J-Day.
And you know, I'm even a product of Troy University journalism, have gone off and done broadcast and newspaper work and come back. So it's exciting for our alumni to come back and to be a part of this college experience, because J-Day has been around for quite some time. Some of our current college students even remember coming to J-Day when they were in high school. So they get excited to come talk to people who are out, especially some of the sports enthusiasts get very excited to see sportscasters they've seen on television. We've had folks who have done weather and meteorology work come back, and for the students to be able to recognize a name from a newspaper or a face that they've seen on television, it kind of makes the experience more real for them, that they could actually be doing this one day if they have a passion for it.
And of course, once again, the education is there, taking it back to their schools, but then there is that element of recruiting. And the fact that maybe some of these students, if they are currently on a track of journalism or publications in their high schools, they may eventually decide to come to Troy. And obviously that doesn't hurt either, right?
No, and that's wonderful. We would love to have them back here. We've got state-of-the-art, as you all know, TrojanVision equipment down here for television production, award-winning newspaper here at the university, as well as a yearbook. So there are things that they can come that are reflective of what they're already doing and take it to the next level, and hopefully will build some of that passion and that excitement for them when they get here, and they'll want to come back and want to continue.
And of course, we haven't mentioned this yet, but when they come to J-Day, they go through a number of different events throughout the day, sessions and workshops. So it's not just like a kind of one-dimensional thing. They get a chance to work and learn some different aspects of what they're interested in, right?
Absolutely. They'll attend 3 to 4 workshops, ranging from interviewing and information, reporting, television package production, yearbook content. the advisors for the students even have their own special advising session to help them better deal with what challenges they may face at a high school level. We have an awards program that goes along with J-Day where we recognize some outstanding work in yearbook, television, and newspapers. And also we end the program with a panel so that students across the board, whether they went to a specific workshop or not, get to ask questions of our working professionals. And this is where some of the fun things, like what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on television. We heard some really good stories last year, so I think that's one of the newer aspects of J-Day that even our current students here at Troy like to see.
Well, here's hoping that students both at Troy and the high school get a lot out of J-Day, and I want to thank you for joining me here today to tell us all about it. So thank you, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.